location is a public footpath which runs over fields and through a small wooded area. The pathway was a regular route used by miners who used to work at a nearby coal mine which had long since shut down. An industrial estate now draws in night shift workers who often use the pathway in the early hours of the morning. There have been many who have reported strange occurrences taking place, including the sound of footsteps when there is no one else around and strange glowing lights seen along the pathway ahead. Locally, the pathway has a reputation for being haunted and only the brave walk it alone at night.
A friend of mine has contacted me with regards to unexplained activity taking place where he works. Banging on doors, dark shadows, objects moving by themselves have been reported, with one particular area giving those who work there a very uneasy feeling. More recently, my friend has witnessed a full apparition of a man in the basement area. It may not be a stereotypical haunted building, but I think the location definitely needs some attention from the team.
My venue is a haunted pub dating back over 300 years. Unexplained activity in the kitchen has been witnessed, with taps being turned on and off and pots and pans being known to fall off the shelves. Pool balls have been seen to move on their own in the pool room, and in the cellar, staff have noted a very uneasy atmosphere. I think it's worth investigating, but will the team think so too?
I have received contact from a friend regarding his place of work. This building dates back to the 1800s. It is now used for a very different purpose. My friend and colleagues have been witnessing a lot of paranormal activity. Doors banging, machines turning on and off, shadows seen moving, objects have been thrown off shelves. One work member has been physically affected by something. There is a very strong presence here. The guys that work here aren't usually fazed by anything. Then my friend witnessed a full body apparition, so he decided to give us a call. I'm taking a team somewhere very different.
I'm Adrian Clark. I'm a van driver at ITS Turbos in Dickinson, and I've been here since September 2020. This company is owned by a friend of mine and his family. He's called Joshua Bell, and they've been here for 17 years. The building originally was a pop factory going back to, I believe, 1880 when it was originally started. When the family moved into this building, they had to clear the cellars out because there's big vast cellars downstairs and they were full of old bottles from the pop factory. But also down there, there's bricked up tunnels that we believe go through to an old school next door, which was originally built in the 1600s and then was knocked down and rebuilt in the 1800s. I contacted my friend Wayne and told him about the paranormal activity in this building, and I explained to him what had been happening. And in certain parts of the building we've had things move off the workbenches where they've just been chucked onto the floor numerous times. There's been knockings on the back door, and when the door's been opened up there's been nobody there. There's been machines turning on and off, sightings of shadows, and I've personally sensed things myself. What I saw in the basement was a figure walking towards me, a gentleman, a thick-set gentleman, and I saw him plain as day, and he had a thick mop of hair, and his hair was silver, and he was quite a stern-looking kind of guy. And I could even see his hands were like shovels. He had rolled-up sleeves on a checkered shirt, and he had corduroy trousers, he had them quite high up, and he had a belt on it didn't go through the hoops, he just had it round his waist. And he just walked straight past me. And I tried communicating with him, but he just walked straight past me. And where the tunnels is blocked up towards the school, he walked through the wall there where it's blocked up.
Right, Wayne, we are here on a Friday night, not a Saturday night. This is your venue. We're here in Bradford at the request of your friend Adrian.
Thank you, Adrian.
Thanks for joining us again, Adrian, who works at ITS Turbos, which used to be a former pop factory. Tell us a bit more.
Okay, so Adrian's contacted me saying that there's been some strange going on with some of his colleagues here. They've had some cold spots, they've had some things being pulled off the work tables, and it's got a very interesting cellar. It's got sort of bricked up building which we believe has got tunnels in there. Behind there we believe there's some cars in there which led to the old school.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
There's cars in the basement?
Yeah, that's
How
what
is
we
that even
believe.
possible?
No, that's the rumours that we've heard.
What are these like World War II cars?
World
or
War
something,
II
or-
apparently, yeah. And
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got them in there, but they buried some old cars.
Like maybe
Well,
they've
they
took
old
them down
now,
in
but
bits
in
and
them
built them
days,
back up
there've
down
been
there.
new cars that have been buried in the cellars to do with this school next door.
Crikey. But that's just a rumour, so
That's
it's
just a
not being
rumour,
verified.
not being verified, no.
Okay, but
Has
very-
anybody
very
bought a
interesting.
pickaxe?
Yeah,
No.
let's have a
Okay.
look.
So I mean, there's definitely tunnels there, and they're leading out to the old school
believe.
building.
Yeah, we believe so.
You've
Yeah.
had sightings down there.
Yes,
You've seen
definitely.
things down
I've
there?
seen some things down there.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's probably important to add at this point that you are actually psychic.
Yes, I'm a psychic medium. Yes.
Okay, so this is something that we don't normally do, but because you're a psychic medium and obviously you're associated with this building,
And you're a friend of Wayne's.
and you're a friend of Wayne,
Sort of.
we're going to ask you to stay the night with us while we do the investigation. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that'd be great. Actually, I'd love
Yeah.
to. Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so I think between us we've got the CCTV cameras already set up. So I know that you had the sighting of the gentleman in the basement,
Yes.
which we heard about earlier when you did your interview. So we've got a camera set up along that tunnel.
Yeah.
We've also got one down by the shutters, I believe. Is that where the bangs?
Yeah,
On the
there's
shutters.
been bangings on shutters when there's been a couple of lads working down there. They've had bangings on shutters, and it's not been windy, and they've opened the shutter thinking that they're having a delivery, and there's nobody there.
So we've got a camera there.
Does this shutter then lead to a private yard, or...?
It's just where we unload at the back.
Right, okay.
Yeah, at the back of this building.
And it's in the same area where they actually feel a presence down there.
Yes, the
Yeah.
gentleman who works down there on a regular basis.
Yeah.
He's always feeling he's feeling cold on his
Yeah.
right leg. It always seems to be his right leg.
Okay.
And he's also seeing shadows down there. They seem to go through the walls, and also he just feels there's a presence watching him.
Okay.
Okay, so it makes like an uneasy feeling that he
Yes,
gets around that area.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay, where else have we got CCTV set up? I know that there was one that was set just sort of looking towards the entranceway.
We have
got-
one down by the shutter, looking
Yeah.
into that corner. We also have one just up the stairs, looking down at the shutter.
Right,
So
okay,
from a different
so that's
angle.
pretty covered in that area.
Yes.
Now,
Now,
Wayne,
so
I
one
know
down in the basement.
you've set up some Zoom recorders as well, so where we got those?
Yeah, so we've set Zoom up in the area what Adrian's just been saying about the knocking on the shutter door and the area where the guy works. Because of the extent of the size of the cellar, we're going to put two down there. So
Okay.
we're going to cover both ends of the cellars.
Right, okay.
So that pretty much covers everything downstairs and up here.
Excellent. So it's a very different venue to what we used to.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the one thing that I will say is that you can't judge a book by its cover.
No.
And just because it's not your stereotypical haunted building, it's going to be a quite interesting night, don't we agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So with that in mind, I think it's time that we turn out the lights.
Okay, here we are, Vigil 1. I'm down in the basement slash cellar slash storage area. I'm here with my bestest friend, the Zoom camera, or Zoom microphone. It is very dark down here and I can't see anything that way or that way, but there's long hallways kind of where just turbos on shelves either side. So
This is Wayne and myself in the area where the shutter is. If you remember, people have experienced it being banged from outside, and when they've opened the shutter, nobody's there. And a few other experiences, shadows and things like that have been spotted in here. So
Yeah, this area down here, just in the corner where I'm pointing the camera, is where they have an operator here, and he's felt like his right leg, weirdly, going very cold, and he feels a presence joins him down here.
So we'll just give it a couple of minutes in silence and then we'll ask out, see if anyone is here.
Okay, so it is our first sitting, first vigil, and myself and Jane,
Hi.
we've bagged the hub for first time, so we are watching CCTV cameras. So I'm just going to explain where we're looking. So camera number 1 is looking in towards the entrance hall, isn't it? Entrance lobby, should I say.
Which is
just there.
over there.
Cam 2 is quite interesting. That is looking down the really long corridor where the gentleman was seen that walked up the corridor and then into the wall where the arch is, which is actually bricked up. Cam 3, at the moment we've got Wayne and Phil in that area. That's looking down around the shutter area where they've known to have banging on the shutters, and shadows have been seen in that area as well. And then cam 4 is actually looking at the shutter where we at the moment can see Phil and Wayne on the camera.
If there are any spirits here with us this evening, down in the basement or anywhere else in the building, can you come towards us? Can you come and say hello? Come and let us know you're here. If you want to communicate through Adrian, if Adrian's happy to do so, please do so. Please let us know. Please come forward.
Show yourself to us, please.
I'm not too sure how good of an idea it is to walk down there, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Typical ghost hunting fashion. Not sure it's safe, we'll do it anyway. Also, the ceiling is very low in here, so even myself, who is not the tallest of people, has to duck down for things, so here we are. Right. Oh, it's dark. Was that you? And again. Are you trying to talk to me? Every time I turn my bloody head. Not closer, that one. Are you making noises? Will you do it again? That's you again. Making more noises for me. And we're going to communicate through taps, is that what we're going to do? Okay.
I've just seen a shadow go past that door.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Outside.
Are you near the shutter? Are you near the shutter door? Come on, go and rattle on that shutter.
There's definitely a shadow go past that door. So, what do you think might be down here then? Do you think it's somebody who used to work here, or something from the time when it was the pop factory, or?
Yeah, it's like if the guy's leg's going cold and he's getting pushed, it's either the specific guy or the area where he's working, which is this corner here. You know, it seems to be isolated to this area.
Dale got reflective shoes on.
Don't know.
Something shiny on the floor.
Is there actually?
Oh.
So I don't know if it'd roll into the picture. On mine, if you roll mouse, it.
Yeah.
You must have heard that.
Footsteps.
On mine, if you roll mouse, it.
Yeah.
You must have heard that.
Footsteps. That sounds like footsteps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just go back onto file. Right click. They've not moved.
When you made pop here, were you around here, or were you... Well, yeah, were you here back then in the 1800s? No noise. Doesn't feel threatening. It doesn't have much of an atmosphere, though. I'm not sure what it is that making noise, but I'm gonna have a little wonder. I've got all of this downstairs area, so I can use all the majority of it. Oh, hello. What's that? Got like an entire fireplace or something back there. Wow. How weird.
If there's anybody here, can you push this shutter? Can you bang it? Whoever's here and bangs the shutter, can you bang it for me now?
Did that move?
I don't know if it was the wind or something.
It's not windy outside.
No.
Did that definitely creak, didn't it?
Yeah, it made a knocking sound. It made a tap. Okay. We'll humour it, shall we? If that was somebody making a noise on the shutter, can you do it again? Can you do it more definite, please? Can you push it for us?
Sounds behind me as well.
Hmm?
Some sounds coming from behind me.
What, that area I was at?
Yeah.
There's just somebody walking through working. Perhaps it's a different time where you are.
You were talking it like slight movement on the bench.
Right, okay.
Not a metallic sound, but you were more of a, like, you know, if you lean on wood,
Yeah.
that kind of a sound.
What the hell? That was movement, definite movement. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where do you think that came from? That way, I thought that as well.
But isn't that where some things have come off the bench?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Was I talking then? Just from here. I don't know if they caught that. That wasn't upstairs. I don't think that was upstairs. That sounded different. It sounded far away. Like, and they sound louder than that. And they sound louder than that.
Can you move something for me that I can hear? Can you move something off the shelf? Don't want to challenge it. Shit.
What was that? What did you touch?
I think something's just switched on. Yeah, I think it's this.
Phil, I think I've just seen that what you've seen, mate.
What? You what? Where?
You know, at the bottom of the shutter,
Yeah.
there were like a light from underneath it or something.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Right down the bottom down here.
Yeah.
I swung my camera around fast. I hope it's caught it. It was like someone shone like a torch from the other side.
Yeah.
Clear as day. Okay, thank you for that.
I don't know what it is, but when I get down here, I feel something in my head that makes me feel like unbalanced for a moment. I don't know if that's just me being loony or what, but I get that a lot. If I get an atmosphere, my head starts to go a bit unbalanced. I feel a bit, whoa. And I'm getting that a bit at the moment. Do you not like us being here?
Did you smell it?
Yeah, it's like
In that corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like walking about.
But you can't get down there.
I did, yeah.
It's all machinery. You're not walking round, are you, down there?
I'm not even in there.
No. Okay. Well, that's weird then. Yeah, I think we just heard some footsteps. I'm not sure if it come from this room in the corner where the Zoom is, or whether it came from just below us, where Dale, Adrian and Ben are, or were, because they seem to have gone. So,
Come on, if that's you walking about, or moving about, in the corner.
there's a fly there then.
What are we doing? Sick.
What happened to them
I
then?
don't know. Reacted to something, did
Yeah.
film, didn't it?
Said shot round.
I wonder if someone's touched them or something.
What are you doing?
I thought someone touched me. I thought someone pulled my shoulder. Not pulled my shoulder, my t-shirt.
Yeah.
That scared the out of me, that.
You scared out of me?
I've got the camera on there, haven't we?
Yeah. Can't myself then.
I'm on blood pressure tablets as well. I don't need this.
I think I need some blood pressure tablets now. Did you just make that noise?
What? Yeah. I go. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Calm down.
Oh.
And again?
Yeah, that was louder, that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was really loud.
Oh, okay.
That was really loud.
Are you moving things? Come on, try really hard. Try and move something for us.
What was that? What's that? I thought it sounded like a gruff, like, yeah. What was that? Can you do that again, please, Spirit?
Is this what happened? We're focused in the way, you didn't mean to do it. Which is fine, no problem.
No problem.
Got a cold draft then? I've got one now, it's right next to me.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've got goosebumps.
I'll go over to you, see if I can feel the same thing. Oh. Sure. Knock on the show.
It's just to clarify, there is no wind at all outside. We've been sat outside
Nothing,
filming.
Nothing.
You know when your skin goes really cold because you're a bit nervous about something? Do you get that?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Your skin starts to creep, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like you know something. Oh, again, Phil.
Come on, who's up there? Show yourself or do something definite.
That was like a shuffle.
I noticed everything was like, when I first came down, everything was like banging and knocking, but now it's stopped and it's making me question. Because I kind of, after a while, decided, oh, that's just natural, but now it's stopped doing it. Were you knocking before? If that was you knocking, can you do it again? Ah, hello, okay. Can you knock for me? Knock on the wood for me, on the side. You can make it loud as well so I can hear you. Ooh. Ooh. I think the first one, definitely. Okay, thank you. Can you do it again? Can you knock twice? 2 definite knocks. 2 definite knocks. That was double. That was a that was like a.
I've put the camera on because we've been sat on a break just after first vigil and we're getting a few things happening. So I didn't hear it and I don't know who actually did hear it, but it's definitely Phil and Dale. You've just heard what?
Well, it was weird because we were talking and then out behind us we heard a noise and I looked down and Dale looked at me and we're like,
from that bench,
this bench,
and we've just had a look at it,
and we're just trying to replicate the noise, and it was this. It was this.
Exactly this.
This shook like this. We didn't see it, but they heard it, and it was this.
It was that noise.
That's what it did.
It was that noise.
That's what it did.
Well, that then. What's up above?
Yeah, it was.
Where it coming from above?
It was.
Where it coming from above?
But it was that.
That's what it sounded like. That's what it. That is the exact sound.
Yeah.
I thought it might be something back in the.
Oi, we just heard a voice. Yeah,
What?
we got voices. We could hear voices earlier as well.
Shh. Bang.
Bang.
I heard the bang.
So the voice was before it.
You just said hey or something.
It went, you know, like I said to you, like,
Yeah.
This creepy ass stuff. This.
Definitely went,
Yeah. Well, like,
and then boom.
I thought it went hey.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Get something.
I'm getting tingly. When I go all tingly.
So am I.
I'm so tingly. When I get that, to me there's a presence in this room.
It's got good.
Wow, did you hear that then? Oh,
Gosh, yeah, look at Dale.
Sarah?
Yeah, I'm same.
Yeah.
There's a presence in
It's
this
got
room.
chicken.
Got chicken.
I actually feel it's
Oh, it's
somebody-
only with cheeks and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody don't want us being here.
Really?
That's the feeling I'm getting.
This atmosphere's
Honest.
changed.
Yeah.
I feel the atmosphere's changed.
It has.
I feel uncomfortable.
I feel like somebody wants us out of here.
I ain't going.
Don't know, mate.
No, definitely not.
I feel fine.
Yeah, that again.
Yeah.
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 What are you hearing from in there?
Like a...
I just heard something like that.
Yeah.
No, it won't.
I heard it.
Oh, something.
Yours.
Not mine.
It won't.
No, mine
Too
didn't
far away,
noise.
Phil.
I'll tell you if it
It
was
kind of
masturbate.
like, yeah, I heard that.
It was too far away from Jane.
I heard noises.
What?
My sounds
I'll
don't
tell you
work.
if it was
It
masturbate.
won't your stomach.
No.
Noise down here then. Hello?
Voice
You hear
again.
that?
Voice again.
Did you hear that one? Like a...
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, what the?
What's up?
Did you hear that?
Right outside of us?
Tell you, I thought you'd seen something.
No, right outside of us.
Did you hear it?
Dulcie like.
You're right.
I can.
What the hell?
Oh my god!
Gail, shush.
Sorry.
A growl.
I thought you'd seen something.
No, right outside of us.
Did you hear it?
Dulcie like.
You're right.
I can.
What the hell?
Oh my god!
Gail.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Right, it is that time again. Time to find out who's going to be rolling the dice. We've got quite an active night so far, so it's going to be pretty scary. We've set the table up down in the basement, so whoever draws will be down there on their own rolling the dice. So, who wants to pick first?
Go on, Phil. You walk
Me?
Forward.
I'll pick first, even though Wayne's walking towards me like a zombie.
Right, don't open it yet. I'll go round. No, you're lucky. You don't get it.
Sarah, after you.
Oh, I shall take the one from the middle. Right. Not me.
Not you. Okay. Wayne. Not you, Wayne.
I mean,
Jane.
Is it Jane?
It's Jane.
How are you feeling?
To myself. If I can be completely frank. It's one of the most active places I've been since I don't know when, and I've got the short straw.
Certainly did. Right, come on then, Ben, work your way round.
Bye bye.
If anything happens, don't run. Just stay there, we'll come and get you. Yeah?
You better be quick.
We'll be quick, don't worry.
I'll be quick.
Come on, friends. We love it when you make noises and make your presence felt. Can you bring it on strong for us again, please?
So then, Dad. Angles. What were you having down here for?
Noises like shuffling footstep noises from behind us.
What, behind us, like over there?
Yeah.
So, that way.
Yeah. And then something touched my shoulder or brushed past me possibly.
But you sat
Here.
You sat there? Where was Wayne?
There.
So my first question is, how many spirits are in this basement with me now?
Okay. Myself and Wayne have come down to the far opposite end of the basement, so Jane's down the bottom end on her own doing the dice, and we've come down this end. So it was quite active for Ben. We'll see what we get. And so far tonight, it's just been a little bit crazy.
It's the most active place I've seen been in for ages.
A long time, isn't it? And it's always the places that you least expect it to be.
What did you say at the beginning when we started? Looks can be deceiving.
Absolutely.
And you've got to look through that.
What the hell?
Looks can be deceiving.
Absolutely.
And you've got to look through that.
What the hell? Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
That was like footsteps. Now we're at the very bottom end here. And I'm telling you now, we're not going anywhere in a hurry because literally, like that's how close we are to these turbos, which are just like...
When I were down here, this is exactly what you get, is wherever you're focusing your attention on the camera, you're hearing something from the side. Then when you focus from that, if you were down here earlier and you were making some growling noise, don't know what you were trying to do there. Can you make that sound again?
It must have been my eyes. I thought I saw something move here.
Alright. Could it have just been the light casting a
It
shadow?
could have been. It could have been. Wow. Is that camera on picking this up?
Yes.
That one?
Yeah, that picked it up.
That was a line. Thank you, Spirit. Can you do that again? Did you hear that then?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Bloody hell.
Can you do that again, Spirit?
Ben, did you hear that?
He's too far away to hear you.
Ben? Ben?
He's right through to the side of the room, so I don't think he's right through to the side of the room, so I don't think I can pick it up from.
Yeah, he just heard me.
So, spirits of the building, can you tell me what your job is here? Okay, if there's any spirit down with me, are you a man or are you a woman? M-A-N? Man. Thank you.
What?
That noise.
What noise?
Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Sounded like...
What was that? No, it came from the floor.
If there was somebody walking just then, can you do it again?
What's that?
Fuck off, that's got to be someone upstairs.
What's that noise?
That's got to be someone upstairs.
What's that? What's that?
That's got to be someone upstairs.
What's that noise?
That's got to be someone upstairs.
As you can see when we match up the footage, nobody is actually moving around above us.
Can you do it again?
Ben is now situated in the shutter room and is quietly asking out, and this is the furthest point away from where we are in the cellar, and Dale and Adrian are sat watching the CCTV.
Well, we've been getting some, look, in fact, quite a lot of noises and bangs and taps and footsteps and even a couple of growls. Are you happy for us to stay or do you want us to go? Can you spell out for me stay or can you spell out for me go?
So for Vigil 3, we've all just come to the conclusion that we're getting more activity when we're together as a group. So we're all going to stay together at the hub, and if we get any activity, we'll peel off and chase it around the building.
Okay, if there are any spirits here this evening with us, we've all come together. Come and let yourself be known to us. Come forward, make a noise, show yourself. Do something so we know you're here. You seem to do it more when we're together, so that's exactly what we've done. Now come and prove us right.
The voices?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a...
Yeah, kinda.
Did you hear that, yeah?
Yeah.
So loud from in there.
I didn't hear it. Does it sound like a feminine voice?
Yeah.
That's what we were getting earlier on.
Yeah, definitely a woman's voice.
Yeah.
Definitely a female voice.
Yeah, that's what we were getting that earlier on.
Not heard that for ages.
Do you like our jokes? Do you like it?
Oh, did you know there's a voice for it as well?
Do you like our jokes? Do you like it?
There's a voice for it and then it bang.
Did you hear? I didn't hear the voice, I just heard the bang.
I have turned it off.
Okay, so I'll ask again, that spirit, are you here? Are you in this room? You're going to say hello? Make yourself known to us.
Yeah. Can you bang on this big steel shutter in front of us? You see where Sarah is now? If you could push on that.
If you can touch it, just push it ever so slightly, then it'll make a noise and we can hear you. Can you do that?
So many things happening. Noises, bangs, taps, footsteps, but most of all vocal noises, loads of. Mainly feminine, I'd say.
Well, it really goes to prove you cannot judge a book by its cover. We've had a great night in here. The noises have been going all night and we've all heard them. Voices, footsteps. It's been a really good night.
Okay, so that's a wrap on ITS Turbos, the garage. First vigil I was down here by myself in the just low general area, and I got a few knocks and bangs which were quite interesting.
We did say that looks can be deceiving, and they certainly were for this place. I think it was one of them that I walked into and was like a little bit unsure of whether or not we would get anything, but I have to say that it has surprised me in a quite a good way.
Well, end of investigation at ITS Turbos in Bradford. What a fantastic building. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Had some really strange things. Something brushed past me, which kind of put me on edge a little bit. And then it absolutely went crackers.
The first visual, me and Phil down in where the machinery area is and the big metal shutter. Just fantastic down there. We were sat down there. Phil's actually felt like a physical pull on his t-shirt, or perhaps somebody walking past us. I seen a light anomaly on the bottom of the shutter. Can't have been from outside because it was too high.
I didn't expect so much from this place, to be honest. I'll be brutally honest. When you hear you're going to be investigating a car garage, you don't expect much, but the history behind it, when we got here and found out, is phenomenal. It goes right back to the 17th century on this site. Absolutely fantastic night. For me, definitely haunted.
I've not told anyone about this, but I had like a mild headache for a moment on this side, just for maybe 30 seconds. And then another 30 seconds passed, and then this entire side of my face just started hurting, like on the inside, like my skull. Maybe about 5-6 seconds, and it was like, after that I started hearing whispers down towards that end down there. So obviously I went down and just had a little check, but nothing there, but I found that quite interesting. But other than that, it was a wrap, and it was quite exciting actually, quite a good night.
Things moved. The heater or whatever it was on the bench definitely moved. It was definitely that sound when we came to check it out and try and reconstruct it, and it was definitely that heater that moved. It's definitely haunted, this place. There's something really, really strange going on.
Just having a break, just having a chat, and then all sorts starts to kick off up there. Footsteps, little voices, growling. Yes, we've had a really, really good night here. I definitely think this is haunted, and I'd love to come back and reinvestigate what's here.
It started off, the first vigil definitely was the most active, and then the weirdest thing is that on the break, when we were all having a break, that's when it really built up, the energy and the atmosphere. And then after that, it did seem to sort of teeter off a little bit, and a few bits and pieces, but it was definitely the beginning of the night that was the main part for me. So yes, I do think there is something going on here. So very interesting evening, all in all.
Can you bang on the shutters, Spirit? Is there a Spirit? Down there? Were you?
No.
Yeah. Did it?
It whistled?
Yeah.
What was that?
This location has so much to offer, a varied history from showbiz to heartbreak, and a very sorrowful past. From the outside you may just walk on by without a second thought, but through the doors lies a multitude of stories. It is hardly surprising that some energies have been left behind. Paranormal occurrences are regularly reported, including various ghostly sightings. There is also a strong negative energy which lurks in the darkness. This would be a challenge for the team, but I think we are up to it.
My location is a community centre who recently have experienced some rather unusual and unexplained occurrences. Banging noises have been heard coming from the main hall, which upon investigation have been found to be empty, with no one around to have made them. The sounds of childlike footsteps have been heard running up and down the stairs, doors reportedly open after being secured shut, and on more than one occasion, the public toilet had flooded due to taps being turned on, seemingly by themselves. I think this would make an interesting location for the team to visit.
I have been given special approval to bring forward an amazing location to investigate. Lying empty for many years, local residents have reported hearing the sounds of organ music and monk-like chanting from behind sealed walls. There have been reports of workers downing tools, fleeing the site in fear of what they have encountered. Dark, shadowy figures have been witnessed, and the sound of footsteps, voices, and banging from empty rooms have been heard. There is no electricity on site, and the pure size of this location alone will be a test for the team, but I think it all adds to the charm.